I highly recommend this new game called Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends. My Patreon will be in the settings. Where? How do you? New private window. There we go. So before we do the quiz, if you go and you go into YouTube, if you haven't yet, I'd highly recommend switching to Firefox from Chrome if you're still using Chrome. Reason being is that Chrome is now making tracking on by default, and very soon any ad blocking you have will stop working. They're redesigning their browser, so all the privacy things are going to be unlocked, so you can't change it. Firefox still allows them. You can put whatever extensions you want in Firefox, so I'm switching over. I would highly recommend it. We're not going to watch Mr. Beast. Apparently, if he priced his advertisements, the amount of money you'd have to pay would exceed that of the Super Bowl because he gets more viewers. It's amazing. So I'm going to start off with my mandatory subscribers here in the class. So if you type my name into YouTube, I should be the first result. Now I used a window that doesn't know me, like I'm not signed in, and so that's just the first result. You can see we're already live. We're live right now. There we are. I'll turn on the sound. Here in the class. So if you type my name into YouTube, I should be the first result. Now I use. We're live. Now I'm going to turn off the sound because that's quickly going to get very annoying. Turn. I don't know if you know this, but you don't have to turn in live because right now you are live and it's in 3D. Yeah. No. Turn it off, Etienne. This is so I live stream most of the classes unless something goes wrong. If you are away for sport or fine art, and just to be clear, you shouldn't ever be away for sport or fine art. Number one, yoga. It has no away games. And there's also a martial arts class. What is the jiu-jitsu? They have no away games. It's amazing. Highly recommend you take one of those. And then for an art, something like pottery. Low injury, you never leave, you're always around. I mean, there's a pottery show, but it's usually here at the school. And then that way you have no outside commitments. Everything can just be focused on chemistry and drop all your other classes. Now, if for some reason you actually enjoy things, then I want you to be able to catch up while this is slowly getting worse and worse content as it records the screen. Yeah, let's do that. And then we'll see how many windows we can get down to. If you're away, you're in your room sick, you're at home sick, if you're a day student, you can still attend class live. The microphone is going. I did have a class a few years ago who came back after going up, checking some photocopying. They said, Mr. Neufeld, was your microphone live? And I said, yeah, it was. They said, can you erase like the last 5 to 10 minutes? And I said, why? And they said, well, somebody asked a very personal question, and we gave them some very direct personal advice. And that should not be airing on the internet. So I stopped the stream. I actually saved it, went back. We deleted the last 5-10 minutes. I started a new stream for the last part, and I uploaded what was not there. And I didn't listen to it because it was private. But you should know your voices are being recorded. So you ask a question, hopefully it picks it up so someone who isn't here can figure it out. But on the other hand, it also means your voices are being recorded. So if I'm not here, it's still working. And there's somebody listening, and you should be aware. Generally, that's a good rule for life. No matter where you are, unless you're in a darkened room with the windows drawn in your own house that you own, somebody somewhere may be watching you and recording you every time you step out into public. That is just the nature of the world we live in. Life advice. Okay. Now we will start. Now I'm going to open up Oh, there we go. Nope, that's not the wrong one. That one. James Randi, psychic surgery. No, probably not. If you could exchange your paper with someone next to you. Excellent. Okay. What just happened? It's currently doing that on the wrong. And work area, display one. There we go. Okay. Yes. I don't know, like 7. Actually, no, there's a Science 10 one on surface area to volume ratios that some person in like biology 12 somewhere started using because it has a few thousand views. I can claim that I am an actual streamer who's made money because before Google cut it off that you had to have a certain number of subscribers, I once got paid $10 for my views. Yeah, it took me like 8 years, and they would just if you got a view, it didn't matter for what they just fill it. And eventually, I got sent a check by Google, and a month later, they changed the program, so you have to have a certain number of subscribers and a certain number of views before you're in that program. So I was once paid. I bought 2 coffees. Okay, where's the nearest fire alarm? Hands. Yes.
By the exit on the left of the classroom.
Okay, I'm just going to model that. So let's see if I die by the exit. By the exit on the left of the classroom. So you do need to include the word hallway in there.
I have one word answer. It says hall. I said by the exit. I'm right.
So for all of these, and we're going to give them a proficiency at the end. So if you were like, they said hallway, like you kind of know what you'd need to know what hallway, and you need a bit of but that's like at least a developing. If you said like the hallway to the west, you'd be like down and then exit the classroom door to the hallway, turn left. The fire alarm is right in front of you by the exit door. That'd be like extending. So somewhere in that range is the proficiency. Exit route in case of fire. Nope, someone else. Yes.
I in the classroom, I exit the door. Exit the door to the classroom into the hallway, then go to the left to the exit. Then muster onto the field. Muster.
Oh no, I like that. You muster. You just answer the next question on the field. What if class is in session? You're not in the house. Where do you muster then? Still in the field. Thank you. For the benefit, any students here are brand new to school? Yeah. Anybody else? Theo. Okay. Don't worry. You're in grade 12? 11. Oh, excellent. I was going to say they're going to soon put you in charge of little people, even though you're new, but now they're not going to do that. You actually get to be one of the little people. What sources of first aid other than moi? Yes.
Alternate teachers, 911, and friends.
Or classmates. Peers.
Friends. I do like the implication of that, of like, oh, I'm injured. And someone's like, I can help you. You're like, no, I don't like you. So other people with first aid. So as long as they're listing people, a wrong answer would be something like the first aid kit. The first aid kit is not a source of a first aid. It is a source of materials. A person is a source of first aid. Even with no materials, it is possible to administer first aid as long as we have a person. Now we have to put where all this stuff is. So this map, this is the hallway. This is the prep room. So the prep room over there. Where are the aprons? I already asked you, Theo. Bottom left in the corner. Aprons. And the fire extinguisher. Who has? Yep. Door W202. Window to use F. Any other spots?
There's two.
There's two. Where's the other one?
Right next to them.
Next to this one?
Yeah, there's like two right there.
Oh, there's two there. Yeah, there's another location. There's another location. By the aprons. There we go. Fume hood. Oh, I didn't show you where the fume hood is. You should know. Where's the fume hood? I like this the general pointing. Where's the fume hood? The green box. Might pop you out to look at that before, because we might be doing a lab that involves that. Anything in there you're not allowed to bring out unless given permission. It is taking away any toxic or caustic gases, so that you don't choke on them. So there can be dangerous stuff in there.
Yeah. I think it's an H.
Sorry, what?
Heels. It's an H.
Oh, it is. H for hood. So when people say they're down in the hood, what they really mean is that they're doing chemistry. Everything goes back to chemistry. Fire blanket. No, I've already called it. Yes. Bottom left.
Item W204 and Y202.
There's three. One, two, three. This is what's this spot right here? Iowa Station. There's a fire blanket right across from it on the other side. And what's Iwash? E. So that, I already said that, it's E. Does this green here look darker than this green? That's an optical illusion due to the shading of the page. They're the same color. If I bring that over here, totally crazy. It's almost as crazy as how I showed people to tie a tie last night. Safety goggles.
Safety goggles are like to the
No. Hand. And someone I haven't called on. Yes.
Safety goggles are in the top of the page, the right box.
There we go. And so we've done that one. First aid kit, last one. Okay. Yes.
Is it by room
201. You're at, this is the hallway. So you flipped it in your head. You're in the right area. It's just here. There you go. Where all the other stuff is. Okay, what I want you to do now, I want you to mark the one you have, but I don't want you to put a proficiency on it. Don't do it just yet, but I want you to give it back to who owns it. And I want you yourself to give yourself a proficiency. I am not going to take in that proficiency. I am going to mark your ability to give yourself a proficiency.
So technically you are.
Yeah. But I'm not marking it as the first aid. Is like if you put in like where's the nearest fire alarm, and you said any hallway, I'd be like, well, that's developing low because it's not in any hallway, but it is down a lot of the hallways.
Wait, so like, is it like each one's like one
Oh, we don't use marks anymore. We use the proficiency scale.
No, but like.
You have to look at it and just go, oh no, but the grade book does that. I have no idea how that works.
So wait, no, what am I, how much is each question? You're not putting.
I don't know.
You don't know.
No.
You're not putting these in.
Oh, yeah.
This is up to. Alright, I'm fine, you got each one right.
Yeah.
So it's like 400 is gonna put it.
Yeah.
You don't get a grade.
Yeah, you do.
Get a grade?
Yeah.
Can I get a new sheet of paper?
No.
Please?
You haven't asked a critical question. Do formative quizzes count?
You idiot. I just put hole.
Don't let him know. Be deal with it. It's fine. Okay, let's go.
Okay, wait, so just put check marks on it. Or like X's.
Sure. You're giving yourself a proficiency. You have marked it for someone else, and then you return it to the owner.
And then the owner puts their
The owner puts their own proficiency on it, having heard all of this and having someone else mark it. And for everybody except for Glad, it's formative, which means it's a safety quiz. You have to know this whether you pass it or not. But I am going to take it in and I am going to record it. Because I also need a record that you've done this. As soon as you have your name on it, you're ready to go. You have to push it out. See the locations of the goggles? Your flexi location of the goggles?
Yes, I like that. Not everybody knows the
Best safety, did you give yourself a proficiency? Okay, you know I'm marking you not on your answers, but on your ability to give yourself a proficiency.
So just either way.
Okay. I am about to give you the safety contract. This has to be signed by every student in the school. However, it is not mandatory. You do not have to sign this if you do not agree with it. Only sign it if you agree with it. It must be signed with your name or reasonable facsimile thereof. The reason you have to sign it is because you can't take chemistry without it. So it's not mandatory, but you can't come to class if you don't. But that is entirely your choice. There's lots of other courses out there. Not as good.
Wait, if it's not mandatory, how do we pass the class without it?
But you don't. It's not mandatory to pass the class.
Oh, so it is mandatory.
No.
Not to pass.
No. You want to, but that's not the same as mandatory. Mandatory is whether or not you wanted to, you had to. But this is just if you want to take the class, then you have to sign it. Yes. In university, the lab, this is very common for lab classes. The class is worth 85% of your mark. Then a completely different teacher ran the labs, and they didn't really care what you're doing in class. And that mark was worth 15% of your mark. And you're like, oh, well, even if I do badly in the labs, as long as I'm doing well in class, they'll add together and be fine. No, if you don't pass the labs, you don't pass the course. So, I spent way too much time on 15% of my mark for that reason. So I'm going to read out the safety contract. You should know what it is you're signing. You are underage and what's called a mature minor, which means no contract you sign is legally binding. However, it does show that you were physically present. We did our job in explaining safety to you and that you wanted to take this course. But of course, no contract. You're not allowed to buy a house. Any contract you sign with the school, you can back out of at any time. You just one day stand up and say, I revoke my safety contract. And then I just have to kick you out of class. Okay. I print name here. Agree to follow all the instructions given by the teacher. Think about that one. I could say tap dance, and legally, you were agreeing, because I may say arbitrary things, and they're really important right now that you can't dance for safety. So all instructions. You never have an obligation to follow an illegal instruction, but everything else. Tap dance would be in everything else. Protect my eyes, face, hands, and body when involved in science experiments. Clean up my work area completely. Make it a point to know where to get help quickly. Learn the location of the first aid kit, fire wash station, fire blanket, and fire extinguisher. Conduct myself in a responsible manner at all times. No, you decide this first. I have instructed the safety techniques for my science class. I understand and agree to all the lab safety regulations set forth above. I know work on my safety, my class, my behavior, my class, no clothing, clothing, or all written by the chair of the school of administration.
I'll do a PG meeting. This is legally binding for now.
Actually, yeah, it is. No, 19 in front. Thank you very much. I don't individually. Okay, once you're done, I have to collect it from you individually. Nope. Once you're done, you can take out your homework that's due next day and start working on it. That's okay. Every moment of learning is precious.
Literally less than 59 seconds.
Good with that? As seniors, you get early lunch?
Yes.
No. No, you don't.
Oh, it's Gleb. Look.
Gleb, check Gleb to come here. You're a DJ?
Yeah.
Can you, 1:45, go through the house, get everybody down to assembly?
1:45, there's an assembly?
At 2:00, find out assembly.
At 2, oh, okay.
If you could do that, that would be fantastic.
Yeah.
Awesome. You're a good man, Gleb.